Tell me who's that riding? John the Revelator. Who's that riding? John the Revelator. Who's that riding? John the Revelator wrote the book of the seven seals.
Hey guys, it is the end, and the ride is over.
3.5 months ago when we started this, I would have never imagined it ending the way it did.
Yeah. We'll get to that. We'll get to my view on that.
In case you're wondering, this lovely piece of eye candy sitting next to us is
Please don't. Please don't.
Is
I
the beauty is Kitty.
she was kind enough to come watch with us. Be mental support for us as we spiraled into sadness,
Yeah.
and depression,
it was sad.
even though she had no clue what was going on.
It still was sad.
Mm-hmm. I mean, as far as the backstory is concerned, but Papa's Goods. It's the title of this episode. And honestly, I really don't even want to talk about it. I have nothing to say, really.
It's 7 years. It's understandable for me to not have anything to say, because this is the first episode I've ever watched. But come
And
on,
you
7
watched
years.
a great one.
Yes.
You watched a really good one. Now, if you ever hit this on Netflix, you'd be like, aha, I know what's going to happen.
I've seen the end. There's no need for me to watch the rest of the series now. I'm one of those people.
You're one of those people.
Yeah, I'm one of those people.
Well, we got to say something, otherwise it's going to be 10
Yeah.
minutes of
It's
silence.
a really short video.
It's going to be a real short video if we edit it down.
Well, I will say this. I remember when this show first came on, I watched the first season live. That was actually, I was able to watch the first season while it actually aired. I missed seasons 2 and 3 and possibly 4, I don't remember. I didn't start watching again until I moved down here almost 4 years ago now. Like 3.5 years ago, I think.
Fuck, has it been that long, really?
Yeah, it has. I know. Because I moved somewhere that had cable again, because I didn't have cable for those couple of years. I caught up quickly, because as soon as that was one of the very early things I did after I moved down here. I saw Michael had the seasons, and I was like, yay, I'm gonna be able to watch this again. And it just went from there. And it says, I know especially for Michael and almost as much for me, this has been more than just a TV show for us. This has really been a huge part of our life. You know? So
This has been a fifth of my life.
you know,
That way. I've been invested in this show for the full 7 years. That's a fifth of my life. And so much has changed in the past 7 years. But one thing has always stayed the same, was every Tuesday at 9 o'clock, this show.
you used to be late for work because of this show.
Oh, I did. I totally did.
I remember that when I first moved down here and you were working overnights. You were supposed to be there at 10, and it was almost every Tuesday. You wouldn't even leave the house until like sometimes 10:30.
Yeah. Because I had Wednesday and Thursdays off. But they knew for those 4 months of the year, I was going to be late every single week.
Yeah.
And
You just didn't care.
I didn't care.
It didn't matter.
And it's a surprise that I didn't get fired for it. So,
This show has been constant, though.
yeah.
No matter what else has changed in your life.
It's
I mean, some tall weird guy moving in the house didn't change it, so.
I guess I'm gonna have to talk to some older people about this and get their opinions. Actually, for those who watch this, go ahead and put a comment on what you think. I would like to know if stuff like the people who watched MASH and watched the final, which the finale I believe still holds as the highest rated show ever watched, I think.
As far as I know, yes.
What kind of impact that had on them shortly after, and I mean, because they watched it live. I mean, there was no DVR. I mean, there was VCRs, but there was no. You watched it live as it happened, and I look back to when The Shield went off the air, and while that was a great ending, it doesn't have the same emotional whatever as this has. When Friends went off the air, no. And those were shows that I was vested in, but not to the extent of this show. And so I'm wondering, I would love to hear some opinions on other people who followed shows weekly for years, what their feelings are when the show goes off the air. So leave some comments in the box below or hit us up on Facebook. I'd love to know what you guys think.
I've actually never watched a series finale of a show when it aired. This is actually the first time that I'm seeing the end of a show at the time that I'm supposed to see the end of the show. You know, some of the other shows that I was majorly invested in, I was not able to watch the last seasons of, like shows like Chuck, Heroes, you know, things of that nature. Actually, the only series finale that I can think of that I watched at the time that I was supposed to was Full House, and you know, that wasn't a show that I was younger. I wasn't able to really invest in the show like I am now.
I didn't even watch that live. I was at play practice.
I know nobody was home.
You guys all watched it. You guys recorded it. But Kitty, do you have a show that you follow and that has gone off the air? And do you have feeling? You have anything to? Do you have something that you follow this closely and religiously? And now it's over, or maybe it's over, and you have.
I do know the feeling of like having a series end, and it's just like, what do I do with my life now? But that's mainly because like I don't know. I've never had a show or anything really, other than just like waking up religiously every day that I followed and had it in, because pretty much mainly because of the type of people I've stayed with. Like, this is the first time I've ever been on my own and had like real stability. So, you know, visual medium wasn't always a thing that I had access to. So I'd probably drop in, you know, see an episode, get into it a little bit, and then, you know, bills get turned off, you know, or something like that. So, no, I've never had that feeling. What I do, the closest thing I have is, I just marathon the crap out of whatever it is I like, and then I'm done in like 4 days, and I'm like, and I'm like that. So, but 7 years, I can't imagine. I cannot imagine. Like, it doesn't even take me 7 days to finish a series once I'm, on it. So, I don't know. I don't know what that's like.
And as we said last week, last week was the first time ever that I didn't watch one live.
And that was my fault. I'm sorry.
What did you do?
I was tired. I had to go to bed. We had spent all day with our cousin, and it was like midnight. I just couldn't do it. I had to work a double the next day. I'm sorry. He's gonna hold that over me forever.
No.
It's gonna be like 5 years later. You never remember that one time?
Yeah, you remember December 2nd, 2014?
I'm gonna be like,
Jesus.
I'm sorry.
You can remember dates like that. I can't even remember my birthday, and that happens the same time every year.
Happy early birthday in a
Yeah.
few weeks. Happy early birthday in a few weeks.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know,
you
right?
too.
Happy early birthday in a few months.
Thank you. So, I don't know where we're going to go from here. Yeah, like I said, and I'm not talking just like in our own lives what our entertainment's going to be. I mean,
We have things.
it's.
We have other things to fill in.
I know some of you are going to say, oh, it's just a TV show.
It's
Yeah.
really not. When you're
It's
really
really
invested
not.
in something, like, I don't know. It depends on the person, because, like, I can't. That's one of the reasons that I really hate watching movies, and I don't have an anime that I'm currently following. I just do one-off videos on YouTube right now because I can't emotionally cope with something when it ends. Like, I don't like change that much. Like, when I latch on to something, it's like, this isn't a show. This is my life. Like, I'm there with these people. Like, it's not me watching them through a screen. I'm there. So when it ends, you just have this feeling of emptiness. It's a legitimate sense of loss.
Yeah.
It is.
So I'm totally. I haven't. This is my first episode, and I honestly, I don't know if it's just the energy or like I watched it and I'm like, oh no, no, why is this happening?
And
But yeah.
I honestly, I don't really even want to get into any plot points about the show.
I have nothing to say about that.
I know we always review the show itself and plot points and everything, but I don't have the energy to do it.
You'll probably get to that on a later date when you're done
Yeah.
hurting.
My mom texted me at 10:51. Watch the last 10 minutes of your show. My sympathies at your loss.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, she's watched one episode in 10 minutes of another episode.
Yeah.
So,
Well, for those of you out there that watch this, that might perchance be bold enough to think something along the lines of, well, it is just a show. You have to remember something, especially about us. I mean, you've seen our video store, so obviously it's it's come across pretty well that we like movies and TV shows, but it's more than that. This is what we do. We invest our lives into other fictional characters, instead of real people.
because we have no one up for ourselves.
We don't really like real people
Real people
that
suck.
often. Exactly. Thank you, Kitty. She's one of the few good ones.
Yes. We have very few people that we actually
Like to spend time with.
yes.
This is our life, and we don't find it sad, so you shouldn't either.
Yeah.
That's what we like to do.
Because there are introverts and there are extroverts, and we're the former.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just who we are.
So, yeah, we're going to find something to. I mean, yes, we're going to mourn the loss of this, and
It's like losing a friend or a person.
yeah.
Really, it's it's just that it's the same. It's pretty much the same to us. Not exactly the same, but it's pretty close. It's pretty close. So
I kind of felt the same. I kind of felt the same way when I finished reading the last Harry Potter book.
Yes.
yeah, exactly.
Yes.
It felt
When
I took that hard.
when I finished the epilogue, and the kids are going away, and I was like, wow, this is over.
Mhm.
I mean, I had the movies to look forward to, but as someone who read all the books and have read the books multiple times,
I take it so hard that like if there are books like like the Harry Potter series and I only read part of the Hunger Games. I couldn't fully get through that. I don't remember why, but any book that I read and I really love this book, if they make a movie of it, I won't see it. I won't see it on purpose. No, you're not. You'll never be the book. You'll never be what I loved.
You should try the Hunger Games. They live up to the books. They really do.
I don't wanna. No.
Me and Michael have both. We went through the same thing with the House of Night,
No.
with the House of Night series,
No.
which
It's too soon.
is
It's too soon.
what
It's too soon.
for what House of Night?
No, it's too soon for the movie.
Oh,
I can't. No.
but I mean, the House of Night series has been the same thing. That's been. Well, it's over, but we haven't read the last book yet.
I'm still like
Yeah,
on the third to last book.
yeah. It's what, like 9 books, I think.
Yeah, something like that.
You know, and we invest in these things greatly. We invest in them greatly.
It's when you
And
have
it's very much worth it.
when you. I guess we're gonna get all philosophical and shit on this, but when you have what is it? Social anxiety
Yeah.
disorder. You feel more safe in intimate situations like this. I'm sure you know.
Yeah.
I'm sure you know.
Yeah.
I'm sure all the other nerds watching this video know. Is if we're trying to really justify our reasonings behind this, that's the best as I have personally.
Oh, I'm not trying to justify anything.
Yeah.
I don't care if they like it or not. I'm just trying to bring the people who don't understand.
Can go.
No, I'm saying that I'm a person. It's a lot of things I don't understand. But when I don't understand something, I don't attack it. And I know a lot of people don't. Aren't like the mass. The masses.
Mm-hmm.
Some people out there are, like me, and they're like, I don't understand this. Please explain. I want to understand. I want to know what this is.
I love
Like,
those people. I wish
yeah.
there was more of them.
Yeah, me too.
I really do.
So
Yeah.
Yeah. The world needs more people like that.
so don't call us weirdos.
They
We're
can if you do. I don't care.
I mean, we are weirdos, but we're not weirdos necessarily for this. It runs in our family.
I'm just
We
weird
inherited
anyway. It doesn't in mine. I'm like the first. No one else in my family is like this.
I've heard some stories about your family. They're
They're shitty. They're not.
well.
They're
That's where
not
I was going with
weird.
it.
They're
I was
not
gonna
good
say
weird.
they're not weird. They're just.
Yeah. Mhm. Yep.
Mm,
Yep. No.
we're not gonna go there.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's a whole other.
Let's not. Let's.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
bring it back. Bring it back.
But I will say this about the final episode. I know we're not talking about it much, but I mean, if you saw it, you understand why there's not a whole lot that we need to say.
Mm-hmm.
And if you didn't see it, then
You can still watch this video because there's no spoilers.
Yeah.
I'm really not even going to give away a spoiler. I'm just going to say that it lives up to its inspiration. This entire show was inspired by Hamlet, and it lives up to it.
They even
To the T.
They even quote Hamlet at the end,
Yes.
and
It gave me everything that I wanted for and into the show. And some things that music again, beautiful songs.
Yeah, we can talk about the music.
Oh, some good stuff. This show always hits the nail on the head music wise, but that song at the end was, I don't know what it was, but it was outstanding.
So even though they will never ever see this, and maybe when I tweet it, I will somehow figure out how to hashtag or whatever tag it is, Kurt Sutter.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you for 7 years. Thank you for the story that you told. Thank you for your inspiration and your genius and entertaining us for 7 years. And look forward to your next show.
Me too. It's gonna be great.
Hopefully it lives up to this.
Which is going to be a very hard thing to do,
Mm-hmm.
in my opinion. Not slighting on anything that he's done or will do, but this is, living up to this is going to be a tough hill to climb. Sure it is.
Yep. So, thank you for watching. To be or not to be, this is the end. I don't know what we're going to do next. So, keep an eye on my personal vlogs, Jonathan's vlogs, mine, MMR, his Open the Box series. Since this is over, we're probably going to start doing the movie reviews more often.
Hopefully, we have a couple
Hopefully
of
we'll
things.
get that Team America watched and reviewed so we can finish up that series. And
Stay tuned for a possible special holiday themed episode coming soon too.
from him, yes. And would you like to promote anything on your channel? So watch their channel as well.
No.
Okay, don't watch their channel.
Watch their channel. They're
You
fun.
can if you want. We don't have anything new out yet. So
So I know this is running long. We'll probably have to edit some of the blanks out and everything. But thank you for watching. Blessed be.